Hello everybody and welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. I am here today with you to share my plans for June. May was a pretty dang productive month for me. It was my birthday. I got a lot of birthday gifts. I met many of my goals. So I want to share with you briefly just how I ended up doing. There were two goals that I ended up not meeting, but I'm kind of okay with it. I've kind of learned to just be okay with it. One is my no buy for supplies or books. I did end up buying some supplies. I actually did good. I did not buy any books for myself. I bought some gifts for people who also had birthdays in May, but I didn't buy anything for myself, but I did end up getting some supplies. Developing a coloring tag. I have some of the questions written out, and so I will probably finalize that in my month of June. You'll see that plan. I was not able to get there. Next was complete 34 pages. I think I've done that. I'm pretty sure that I have. I'm pretty sure I'm close to 40 at this point. And today I'm filming this on the 27th of May. So, I still have a few more days to get some coloring done. And so I feel pretty confident that I will have completed 34 pages. Schedule one day dedicated to coloring. I believe I actually scheduled 2 days to do that. I took some time off for my birthday, and got to color, which was awesome. And I did my first YouTube live, which was super cool. So that was really fun, exciting, and interesting. My hashtag May birthday coloring. I completed that. I will probably share my completed pages, what my changes were, or how many people contributed to the May birthday coloring hashtag, but I've been seeing some that have come through, and that's really been fun. So thank you for those who participated in that. Color one page in each new book. I completed that. So every book that was sent to me on or around my birthday, I have completed a coloring page. Guys, that was hard. I feel like for the first good quarter of, or first like 3/4 of the month, I was like a coloring fanatic. I was coloring, and many of those were not color by number. So if you're not a color by number fan, stick around for my completed pages, because I'm going to count when I look at my completed pages, but I may have done more non-color by number this month than color by number. And I feel like my skills have grown. I feel like I'm getting bolder, and it's getting easier for me to do non-color by number and not be intimidated. So I'm super excited about that. And then finalize my color charts. So let me put this back here. For those of you who have been interested, I've been asked for this for a long time, and of course I don't have them like super readily available. If you're a color by number fan, one of the most painstaking processes is matching your markers, trying to figure out what marker goes with what color. I have come up with color charts for Sun Life Drawing and Kira Shershniva, Belba Family, Sachin Sachdiva, Jade Summer, and Color Questopia. On top of that, I've done marker matches for as many markers as I could. Pretty much consistently on all of them, you'll see a Caliart, an Ohuhu, a Tau Tree, and a Copic match for all of those. And it's free. If you go down to the description box below in this video, you will see a Linktree link. Click on that Linktree, click on color charts. It will take you directly to this, which is a Google Sheets document, and each tab is a different author or publisher. So they're completely free for you to take, print, do what you want with them. But these are some suggestions. So if you're new to color by number, or you're not and you're just sick and tired of matching markers, I wanted to make it simple and easy for you to be able to match your markers moving forward. And I have received just a couple requests for additional marker matches. I will tell you, I went through all of my markers that are labeled, like have clear labels on them, to match them. At this time, just with everything I have going on with work, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit, I am happy to take a request from somebody, but if it's not a marker I own, I can't do a match. And if it is a marker maybe that I do have, but I just haven't matched it out yet, just be patient with me. It may take me a little while to get that done. I've got a lot of things I'm trying to prioritize right now, so just bear with me. So let's talk about the plans for June. So June It's going to be a busy month for me too. We have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of family birthdays. It's my daughter's first birthday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's going to be a year old. She is going to be a year old this month. It's my dad's birthday. It's my niece's birthday. Father's Day is in the month of June. And then also I'm taking a trip. I will be going to Orlando, Florida for a conference for work. I'm actually getting to speak at the conference, which is super cool and a super huge honor. So I have been preparing like crazy for that conference, finalizing my presentation. I've about got it done. And so I will be gone for an entire week, and I may try to film from Florida. I should have made that my goal, but I'm going to actually try to film from Florida. I will definitely be bringing some coloring books and supplies with me because I'll be there for an entire week, and most of that week I will be by myself, but my husband is going to be flying down with me without the children, and we're going to go to Disney World and just have some fun there. So really excited about that, and excited to get a little bit of a vacation in June, but it means that I may not be as productive with some of my videos and stuff like that too. So just be prepared. You guys know the drill. So let's talk about my actual goals. Number 1, move to a new office. Okay, so here's the other thing too. I've been working from home since COVID. Now with COVID, most of my staff have moved home. I actually was able to get them moved home permanently. They came and picked up their new equipment like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. As a leadership team, we're not approved yet to work from home, but my organization's been shuffling around locations and buildings and people. And so part of that has been is that I am moving to a new office, and I will be going back into the office. And so, I have my office, my current office entirely packed and ready to go. I've walked my new office space. I've approved everything. We've packed everything up, and I have about 3 or 4 people coming with me. And so, we are going to be moving. So I know during that move and then going back into the office, my routine's going to change a little bit. I color mostly before and after work. Normally during the time that I would be commuting normally is when I'm doing my coloring. And then I do some at night sometimes. So I think my coloring is going to slow down, especially after I start going back into the office, and that's okay. I just need to kind of create a new routine and just kind of swallow the reality that I'm not going to be able to color as much as I want to. And it's a hobby for me, so it's something that I do on my free time. So I'm not going to pressure myself to keep up at the pace that I've been doing before. I'm just going to let this flow naturally and just see how I adjust to this and kind of see what I want to do moving forward. So I'm going to be moving to a new office, and I make it a goal to just focus on that and to just allow myself permission to know it's going to be a little bit of a hectic month. Number 2, complete CBN tag. So I want to complete the color by number tag and film that for you guys because I feel like that would be a lot of fun, and I want to get that started for the month of June. So I'm carrying that over for my goal for May. Number 3, a low buy on supplies. I have a number in my mind of that. I've collected a lot of supplies. Most of it's been things like stickles, gel pens, mostly stickles and gel pens. I had some markers, some distress inks. I've had a lot of supplies that I've collected. I need to continue to go through my supplies. I think I've done a pretty good job at it. I'm starting to run out of some markers, especially my Cali Arts, my Tau trees, but I'm trying to kind of make sure that I use what I have and not continue to collect and collect and collect. So I'm also running out of space. I don't have places to like stick all this stuff. So I plan on doing a low buy on supplies. Number 4 is to finish, and I call it like the Gila book, but it's The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. If you watched my TMI tag, it talked a lot about books. And so, this was one book, and you guys also just reemphasized the fact that I should definitely read this. This was a book that for Black History Month, my team wanted to read like as a group. And so anybody who was interested in reading the book, we purchased a copy and had it sent to them. And I haven't read it, and I'd heard it was such a good book. And my biggest problem is that I spend my time coloring, and so I don't necessarily spend my time reading. And so I actually ended up, I have the physical copy, but I downloaded the audiobook version as well. And I have been listening like back and forth from daycare when I've been coloring to this book. And it's fantastic. It really is good. So I've really enjoyed it. And I'm not a huge audiobook person, but I think this may get me into audiobooks because I like it so much. And, during the time that I'm not listening to the audiobook, I am reading the physical book. So like last night I read like maybe 3 or 4 chapters. I'm almost halfway done with the book now, and just look forward to continuing this one. So thank you to those who continue to encourage me to read this. I've really enjoyed enjoyed learning about Henrietta Lacks and the story behind her cells and the HeLa cells that we utilize in our industry so heavily. So I want to finish that book this month. Number 6. We're just going to do number 6. We're going to go out of order today. One nice note per week to an Instagram or YouTuber. I think this industry in particular, people don't realize how hard it is to film, to post, to keep up with the pace. And I've just been hearing different YouTubers inside of coloring and outside of coloring just talking about getting burnt out. And I think it's very real and it's very natural, and that actually happened to me. When I originally started my YouTube, it was for cross stitching, and I just lost my stitchy bug. I just didn't quite couldn't keep up the pace, and I felt like I was letting people down, and so then eventually I just kind of stopped filming. And sometimes you can get negative comments, and not that I've received very many at all, but you get one here and there that kind of stings, and somebody that's just kind of overly critical of things. And so I watch a lot of content. I look through a lot of content. I'm constantly on Instagram and on YouTube, watching you guys, listening to you guys, seeing your posted pictures. And I've been so blessed because so many of you have reached out to me and sent me notes of kindness, telling me about how a simple video I filmed about a flip through or a tag or something made you laugh or made your day brighter, how excited you were to see my video. And it's been overwhelmingly positive coming back into this community. And I thought, you know what, I don't do that enough for other people. I don't reach out enough to other people, to my friends in this community, to just let them know, hey, I see you, you're doing an awesome job, and I appreciate you. And so I want to make an intentional commitment that weekly throughout the month of June to reach out to somebody, to write a specific note of thanks, to somebody that I watched, to somebody that I appreciate, just to provide them some love and some support. I think we all can use that. So I will be on Instagram and YouTube, and just whenever my heart compels me for something that I see, I'll send that person a note. Going back to number 5, scavenger hunt pictures. So I was just tagged by Kathy's Spicy Cat Colors to participate in Danny Button's scavenger hunts. I love those scavenger hunts. Danielle does an amazing job with these. She just came out with her one for summer, and I did such a horrible job with the one with spring. I think I had like 7 uncolored pictures. So I took my stickies out of that, and we're starting fresh. You will see in an upcoming video my scavenger hunt pics. You'll see I'm going to do a little bit of a twist on it to keep it a little bit realistic, but I want to make it a goal for the month of June to actually color the uncolored scavenger hunt pictures that I have, because I want to complete the scavenger hunt. I did Danny Button's second scavenger hunt. That's when I got into ColorTube, or got into kind of watching YouTube, was during her second scavenger hunt. And then her third, I did horrible. And then this is her 4th one. So I'm hoping that I'm a little bit more, kind of that I make the commitment to dive in and to actually color in those books. So number 7, my goal, and this is my hashtag for the month of June. I really debated doing a hashtag because there are so many of them. If you watch, I think it's Emma Colors 2020, she always comes out with a video of all of the monthly hashtags, and I'm like, holy smokes. There's 30 or 40 hashtags in a month, and I used to think oh, I'm so original by doing a hashtag, but there's just so many. But I decided, you know what, it gives me a goal to work towards each month. I like it. I don't care if anybody, if nobody posts to it, I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. If I get a few people to participate, if I get hundreds of people to participate, awesome. I'm doing Jade Summer June. This is a publisher driven hashtag to color anything that is Jade Summer. So I figured I would show you very briefly my Jade Summer collection. And if you want to buddy color in these, as always, you can reach me on Instagram. I'm happy to buddy color. This month, I will be sticking to, because I'm going to have such limited time to color, I'm going to very selfishly stick to things that I want to color this time. So while I'm usually open to any book buddy coloring in, I'm going to be a little more specific this month. So it either needs to be something that contributes to my hashtag or contributes to the scavenger hunt. Once I complete those, if you want to tell me, hey, I want to do another book with you, I will probably put that buddy color lower on my list to do maybe like later in the month or something. I'll let you know. I'll keep you informed, and then you can decide whether or not you want to buddy color with me or not. But man, I did a ton of buddy colors in May, and it was so much fun. So I'm so excited to do more in June. And I think I have 1 or 2 more people that still are kind of left over from May that I will prioritize them for June since they carried over from May. That was a way too long explanation about buddy colors. Let's get into my actual books. I have the entire Color by Number series from Jade Summer. This is Color by Numbers Christmas. Super, super, super cute. And I have, as I mentioned, the Jade Summer, like, color matches. So if you want to match like your markers, I will tell you Jade Summer, I think, is the hardest color by one of the hardest color by number publishers to match because of the number. There are 30 different colors that they choose in a lot of wide ranges of shades within one color. So, yeah, it can be a little tricky to match. So this is, I think I've only completed this page out of here. I don't think I've done any more out of here. So, but this is a really, really cute book, specifically geared towards Christmas. I have the Jade Summer Color by Number Flowers book, and I think I have only done the cover image, which is this one. This one is obviously all centered around florals. This is probably my least favorite out of the bunch. I don't know. I haven't colored enough in here, I guess, to make a final determination in regards to how I feel. But these Color by Number books, what always appealed to me about them is that they are so thick. I think it's 50 pages in each book with no repeats. And so it's a pretty good size book, but I think they charged a pretty penny for these books too. I think they're around $12.99. Oh no, I just hit you guys. I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. This is Color by Number Mandalas. This is the one that I think it's the Fun of Coloring by Number had chosen this book to complete this year. I have fallen behind these past couple of months. I've done, I think, like 8 or 12 photos, somewhere between 8 and 12 photos. Gosh, guys, my brain is just fried. 8 to 12 pictures out of this book, and so I need to jump back into it. I was kind of hoping to be motivated by a small little competition I made between myself and Danielle with Danny Buttons, but it hasn't pushed me to continue to complete it. So I need to keep kind of jumping back in here and kind of get to coloring. I may go like out of order or mix it up some way that I can keep myself interested and invested in coloring in this book, but I think there were so many good Color by Number mandala books that came out in April that I kind of lost my love for this mandala book. But the mandalas in here are really good. Like the spacing here is really good. The designs are really good. They color up really quickly. So it is a really good book. I just need to get back into it. This is Beautiful Patterns. I think this is their most recent release, is this one. And this is also a really great book. This one, obviously the pages are a little bit bigger, but again, has nice wide spaces. You can use a variety of different permanent markers in here or alcohol markers. This is a really good one. I think this is on my 10 books to start because I really want to kind of start and dive into this book a little bit. This is the Color by Number pattern. So this is the first pattern book that they came out with. This one has different types of patterns. So the shapes vary much more heavily in this book than in the other book. I think I've colored, how many have I colored? I think I've colored 2 out of here. I colored this one. This is I hate this color palette. I think it's awful. But this is the first page in the book. And then I love this one. I love the color palette on this one. I've heard mixed reviews about the color palettes for these books, that some of the color palettes are really good. Some of them are really bad. So some people have just kind of made them their own. So I'll see as I continue to color in here, kind of how I feel about it and stuff. But this Color by Number patterns. And then last but certainly not least is my Chibi Girls Honker. This is my Grayscale 100 plus pages, 4 books in one. This combines their first 2 Chibi Girls books, adds horror and their most recent Christmas in here. And so it's 100 plus pages. I've probably colored close to 10 pages out of here. It's very, very popular for buddy coloring. This was the first one I did. This was with Danielle, Danny Buttons. We did this one. I've done the front image here. So I've done some different images in here, and for the most part, I really like what I've colored. Here's another one here. And then I colored 2 more this month, and so I don't want to show those, but just the images in here are really, really cute. I've done that one, and I've done this bicycle chick. So for the most part, I really enjoyed coloring out of this book. This is the only non-color by number book I own by Jade Summer. So those are the ones that I own, but certainly you can color out of any Jade Summer book you have. They have an extensively large catalog of books. So they definitely have a large amount of subject matter. There is something for everybody. With that being said, I'm going ahead and close this out. I hope you all have a great rest of the week. I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye.